are we doing today, everybody? It's a nice Friday, August the 2nd, today, and I know it's a little bit different than what you were expecting, but we are going to continue on our leaf green journey today. I decided to pick up an extra shift at work, so I'm kind of tired, so we're going to be doing this today. I do also. Hold on, let me finish getting this up. Perfect. I do also want to continue getting like further along in this playthrough because we have a lot of grinding to do. I figured out. Granted, we also have a lot of stuff to do in our other escapades as well, but you know, we're gonna be working on this today. Uh, I just picked up like a half shift at work, but I do order selecting, and order selecting is hard. For those of you who don't know what that is essentially I'm building up the pallets for the workplace or for like supply chains. So whatever orders are required, I go build up a pallet or two and then ship them out. And it's a lot of work, a lot of lifting, a lot of running around, and it's exhausting to be honest. But I've just kind of been busy person in general, but I do want to keep doing this just because it's been kind of fun to have like a stream every day. Like, I feel like I'm way more productive while I'm doing this because it's like I have this time allocated every day just to doing this. And it's been kind of nice having like a set, like something set in your schedule. Now, if I remember correctly, we're mostly using Sylph Company in order to do our grinding, and then I don't think we lost anyone. I don't think we did, at least. I would have been very upset. Let me check my thing, actually, because this actually keeps track of that. No, I did not. Perfect. Okay. So, we're good there. We're chilling. So, now we just have to continue the grind, because we still need Slowpoke to get up there. Chicken definitely needs some extra oomph. And then we need to, Rocky's, like, close enough that Rocky's usable, but these two are gonna need to step up their game, so to speak. So let us... We could go back to this route and do some training. Or I could come from the top. Or we could start doing this. I think I want to save this for when Slowpoke's like able to pretty much solo it. So let's go over here. In fact, I may be able to have Slowpoke fight the trainers that we didn't fight in here. You have Confusion, right? Yeah, you do. Okay. Surf might be better, but yeah, that's what we'll do here. Man, I always love the music in this area, like Lavender Town. It doesn't... okay. Except for Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Like, they make it way too happy and upbeat since they pretty much tried to remove as much of the creepy as possible. Which is a shame, in my opinion. Also, did you ever think that, like, in their design decisions for Generation 1, they made Ghastly, right? Only Ghost type. Only one, right? And then, after they make Ghastly, they make the Ghost type a physical, like, designation, even though it's supposed to be, like, the spiritual and whatnot. And I guess, like, the only Ghost type move is Lick. Is it actually Ghost type move in Gen 1, though? I don't remember if Lick is actually a Ghost type move in Gen 1 or not. Because it might be classified as a normal type. Oh, but I don't remember. That's like arcane knowledge at this point to me. But regardless, Ghastly is a physical, like, meant to be a physical Pokemon. But if you look at its stats, right, it is 100% built for special attack. Like, it's kind of wild that they went with that design choice for the ghost type, but they did eventually alleviate it, and now physical ghost types kind of have the shaft because they don't really have moves, or at least not as good of moves as the special type ghost. Like, sure, you got Shadow Force or whatever and Shadow Sneak, but those moves aren't that great, to be honest. Dang it! That's the A syndrome coming in to get me. But it's like, I was still just mashing it. I was like, oh, it'll let me move this time, but nope. Molasses. Eventually, she'll actually have the ability to do stuff. It should be, yeah, it's Ghost type now, but I don't think it was in Generation 1. I think it was a special, or a normal type move in Gen 1. Like, a lot of the punching moves were, and bites. Granted, bite makes sense because there was no dark types yet. So there couldn't be. There could not be an alternative type for bite. It is crazy to me, too, thinking about it. Like, instead of making a light type to go against the dark type, they made it fairies. So, which is essentially what light type would be. So I wonder if they'd ever, like, make a, like, if they regret making it dark, or instead of being, like, sinister or something like that. Maybe it is something like that in Japanese. But I'm not 100% sure. That's so annoying. It's really good when they only have, like, one Pokemon, but when they have two, that means you get a guaranteed fourth chunked off. Which, don't get me wrong, I love me some Curse in competitive Pokemon. Oh, it was only one trainer. Let's go! Best case scenario. And then we get the free heal here. Man, I guess I fought most of these people. Kind of regret that. Didn't fight you, though. Give me your all. You think that they're just trying to, like, change who they possess? Also, these have got to be the least competent channelers ever if all of them got possessed. Also, one of the best Haunter sprites. Like, the one red hand being like, he's coming in, he's like about to mess you up or something. Whew. It's so good. Like, they don't get much better than that Haunter sprite. I am firmly in Team Haunter also. Like, I prefer Haunter over Gengar, like 100% of the time. I do not like Gengar very much. One of my least favorite ghost Pokemon. If actually, he might be my least favorite ghost Pokemon of all time. Because he is just not it for me. I do wish our Slowpoke wasn't so slow. But, you know, it's fine. It's fine. I'm pretty sure... I mean, like, Starmie would be a better... Yes and no, because being able to switch into Pokemon, like, the bulk that Slowpoke is going to give us is going to be nice, but there's also, like, the speed factor in that Slowpoke is going to take damage, and in the late game, like, when we're doing the Elite Four, that's a lot of damage. Ghastly. And it's possible that you'll switch into a move and then have to take another one before you get one move off. And I don't think Slowpoke or Molasses is going to be strong enough in order to just straight one-shot. But I guess that's also not Molasses' job. Too bad no Baton Pass. I guess I could... There's no Psychic type for me to get. I guess... I don't know, it's tough. Just having the water psychic type specifically is really useful. That is a huge reason as to why I wanted a Slowpoke. Was its typing just kind of complemented the team perfectly. And we needed a psychic resist. Like, you are required to have one in this game. Because psychic types are broken. And, they hit really hard just because the one, like, just by nature of which ones are in the game. Like, Alakazam hits like a truck. So, it is mandated, especially since there's going to be one at the end of the game, to have something that can take it. But I don't think it has coverage in this game. Worst channelers ever. You know, Gastly also has a really, really sick shiny. And then when you turn it into a Gengar, you might as well have just gone home. Like, packed it up. My mom, she loves to play Pokemon Go. And she caught a shiny Dratini. Turned it into a shiny Dragonair, and she was so excited. She was like, it's so pretty. It's this nice, beautiful pink, and it looks amazing. And then she evolved it into Dragonite. And for those of you who do not know, Dragonite shiny is awful. It is the gross green, like, I guess it's not gross green, because it's like more of the darker green. Not like super dark, but like the toxic green. I think I fought that person too. Alright, well, we'll just get out of here then. And she was devastated, because it does not look good, especially not compared to the Dragonair. So now, nowadays, she looks up every single Pokemon before even evolving it, for the shinies at least, to make sure that the shiny doesn't suck, so she doesn't get burned again. Okay, there's Pokemon here, but we're not going to be able to... I guess we have Confusion. But we won't really take care of them very fast is the problem. But EXP is EXP. I want it. I want it. Waterstone? That's a TM in this game? It's not really helpful for us, but... I never realized there was a TM in this game. That's kind of cool. I guess I should have been careful because I have not caught a Pokemon on this route. And I don't want to mess up the encounter. Granted, I guess that is a Pokemon I could have got. Alright. Okay, that's gonna do like nothing. Also, poor Goldeen too. That's like really not good. Because I'm pretty sure at this range, it's going to be a max power flail if she uses it. Unless we're just like that good. Unless we are that good. You know, his mouth looks weird. Like, it just doesn't look like it's put on right. I love fishing. If I had more work... I have too much free time on my hands. All I can do is fish. Oh, I'm sorry about that, man. It's like you, live in a very nothing part of the town. Or of the region. Because, like, if you think of where he's positioned right here, right? I guess you're kind of close to Vermilion. And Vermilion probably has, like, a decent amount of jobs. So never mind, I guess, like, it could just be slow. But you're closer to Lavender Town, and Lavender Town has very little in terms of work, I would assume. Look at him. tanking like the monster he's meant to be. Resist. I think it's such BS that ice or water resist ice, but ice doesn't resist water. Like, why? Why must they hurt the ice type like this? It's so dumb. Also, ice type might as well be ice beam type, because that's all they're used for. Like, it's just ice beam blizzard on Pokemon that can get it. I know doubles is a lot different because you can get Aurora Veil, but like, Game Freak had to put an absolutely busted move that still has quite a bit of hoops, mind you, in Aurora Veil in order to make ice type semi-viable. I know they were viable on like older generations as well, but the ice type's not good, bro. Like, you have to get a lot of stuff into them. And usually the ones that are good, it's gonna be Weavile, because Weavile's fast and hits hard. And you don't care that it's gonna die in one hit, it's meant to one-hit other things. And then like Chien-Pao, which is just Weevil on steroids. Weevil with a much better ability. That's what Chien-Pao is. Like an absolutely broken ability. And then you got what is it? Yeah, those are about the only good ice types. Because the legendary ice types are among some of the worst. Like, Regice, pre-Stealth Rocks, wasn't terrible in Generation 3. But once Stealth Rock was introduced, for singles, the ice type essentially, like, died. Because they are one of those types that gets absolutely punished by rocks way too hard. Same with the bug type. I legitimately thought that they were wearing rocket sweaters. That's kind of funny. Alright. Now, I do kind of need to be careful because they have... No. They do have double kick. And they could do some damage to Rocky. But Rocky's still, like, pretty bulky. Oh, we're chilling. Rocky's fine. Rocky is fine. Oh, the helping hand that'll never come. That's so sad. You think they got together because they had the Nidorans and that's like what they would talk about? Okay. Do I want to fight the Snorlax? Snorlax is kind of scary though. Also, this place hasn't been giving me as much EXP as I would have liked either. I guess I can come up from the other way. Swimmers are like also a place for EXP, but that's going to be EXP for Metal or Rocky. Not so much Molasses. Because Molasses is kind of chilling at the moment. Or not chilling, but Molasses just doesn't have the damage. And sure, I could teach it Psychic, but what if I need Psychic for a different Pokemon? Like, what say Molasses dies, and I need to go get a Staryu, even though I don't know if I can get a Staryu at this point. What was here? But it's just one of those things where it's better to be safe than sorry, I think. Doop, 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 doop. Pikachu. Oh, that's a no-go. Pikachu, meet Rock. Absolutely beautiful rock. It's a rock. A big, beautiful rock. One of the greatest SpongeBob episodes of all time. Man, like, Metal is really a hard carry of this run. If you think about it, like, he's just out here wrecking fools with his beautiful earth or ground typing. Like, unsung beauty of Gen 1, or like type of Gen 1. I know that the psychic type is like considered the best type, but ground's gotta be like, okay, normal's probably the second best because you actually have moves, but ground's gotta be up there, right? Because ground hits, and this is mostly for like regular playthroughs, because ground's hitting so many of these types for super effective damage. Crushkin. That's your trainer type, it's Crushkin? Sure. Alright, we'll have you do confusion here. You can't stay in, but thankfully you resist. The Mach Punch. That still does decent damage, to be honest. But, because there's a ton of poison Pokemon, especially in Gen 1, that's kind of what I'm basing this off of. In Gen 1, you have all these poison Pokemon. You have... Ooh, that might do some damage. Yeah, Hitmonlee needs to go down. That shouldn't do much, because Hitmonchan has abhorrent special. Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but Bruno may be the single worst Elite Four member of all time. Like, actually, most of the fighting type, that's frustrating. Hit itself. Perfect. And then, oh, sweet Slowbro still gets to attack, or Molasses gets to attack Hitmonchan. It's so bad. It's so bad. But if you think about it, right? He's got Hitmonchan, Hitmonlee, and Hitmonchan's stats, especially pre-physical special split, are terrible. Like, it's insane how bad they are. They are meant to have the... So, Hitmonlee is the one that you get when you max out your attack, right? Hitmonchan is the one... Or not max out your attack, but you increase your attack. Hitmonchan is the one when you have higher defense. Okay? I guess that's not exactly how that worked in Gen 1, but Gen 2, that's how it worked. But Hitmonchan's defense, still terrible. It's still not good. And their special is awful. It gets better later on. Or their special defense gets way better in Gen 2 onwards. But Gen 1 special, it's awful. Absolutely abhorrent. And then you think of the moves Hitmonchan gets, right? So Hitmonchan's moves include the elemental punches, which are like, oh sweet, some awesome type coverage. This Pokemon can hit 1,000,000 types for super effective damage. But then you think about it, and in Gens 1, 2, and 3, the damage is based off of the special stat. Wow, this is really Cosmic Power Minimize Defense Curl Metronome Clefairy. That's moveset right there. That's moveset. So terrible. But since the special's that low, you're only gonna be doing like negative damage. Like, you saw it on the Venusaur. Now, true, Venusaur is a decent level at the moment. Much higher than what they are. But it wouldn't have done much better even if Hitmonchan was at a relatively good level. I think its special's like 35 or something terrible like that. Like, that's basic Pokemon. Like, bad for basic Pokemon. Like, the little stage ones. It's so bad. It's crazy. And he has 2 Onix. I know I've given him a lot of shit for the Onix, but, like, it's really... Onix is really, really bad. Arguably one of the single worst Pokemon of all time. And I know Gen 1 people are going to be like, but it's Onix, it's my boy. Brock used him in the animes. But I'm sorry. I hope I did not just kill you. This shouldn't do a ton. Cool. I just want that EXP, man. I need it. Good, good. This is the spot to grind. Good EXP. Sadly, we don't do any damage, but it's whatever. Honestly, Headbutt might do more than Confusion. Just because of our, like, attack stat being twice as much as our special stat. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Muck. Oh no. It's not that bad, actually. We just switch into the metal, and the metal will have its way with the muck. Nice little sludgy sludge. And then we go for the magnitude. I cannot wait for you to get Earthquake. I know we're close, too. Like, it shouldn't be much longer for Earthquake to, be granted to us. Because having that guaranteed damage would be nice. Would be very, very nice. Yeah, but double Onix, and keep in mind, he is the fighting type Elite Four member with double Onix. Double Onix. You know Onix, I believe its base attack is worse than Mudkip's. Did you know that? Did you know that? It's pretty fast for, like, a rock Pokemon. It has, I think, the highest defense stat. Maybe it's behind Cloyster, not 100% sure. But it does no damage. In Generation 1, its best move is, like, Rock Throw, I want to say. And Rock Throw in Generation 1 has a accuracy of 60. 60. It might even be 55. I'm not sure. I know it's one of the two. It's not good. And that is what he was like, man, there's not many Pokemon in this game. There's not a ton of fighting types. I'm gonna skip out on the Primeape. Don't need that monkey. The snake, though, I want 2. The garbage snake. I want 2. It's mind-boggling. How? How is he the Elite Four member? I don't know if any of you guys watch J-Rose 11, but he's essentially doing a solo series where he's doing every single Pokemon in Generation 1 versus, like, soloing the whole game. And, the amount of times Bruno actually wins anything is ridiculously low. Like, I think there's one time where Bruno was, like, actually a hard wall, and that was against Zapdos. Because Zapdos literally can't do very much against Bruno. You have Drill Peck, which is a really good move, but not against the Onix, which is the Pokemon I'm talking bad about, but you can't use your electric moves on Onix. And Zapdos does not have any other moves besides normal flying and electric type moves. So, that's one of the few times it was a struggle for him to beat Bruno, but Even the base form Pokemon absolutely mollywop him. I hate you, Grimer. Honestly, Surf might do more damage. Because it's like much higher base power than Confusion. Sure, it's not super effective, but it's still also stab. We're gonna try it. So that's how much Confusion did. I hate you. This is why I wish I still had Shockwave. Oh, we're chilling. Please one shot. It's about the same. It is about the same. Confusion's technically a little bit better because you have the chance for Confusion, but it's fine. Does not matter. Once you actually evolve into a Slowbro, then we shall unleash your psychic potential against the world, because Slowpoke has a terrible special stat. It has a very, very good special defense stat. Or, no, it has like an alright special defense stat. But when it evolves, that's when it gains all of its special attack, specifically. You know, I should try Headbutt, but we'll try it on the next set of Grimers. We will try it on the next set. You know, people give a lot of crap to some of the newer generations for their Pokemon designs. But, like, a ton of the Gen 1 designs are literally put eyes on something. Like, put eyes on Sludge. Okay, Confusion probably does do more against Coughing, because Coughing has pretty good physical defense. Reason why, like, it kind of matters here is because I believe Grimer has better special defense. That's kind of one of the big distinctions between the two poison type, or pure poisons. Actually, there's a lot of poison type Pokemon in Gen 1 if you think about it. In addition to those two, you also have Zubat, you have Arbok, you have the Nidos. Like, there's and Tentas, the Tentacruels. Tentacool and Tentacruel are also poison type. Only partial poison, but still, that's a lot of poison types in Gen 1. I didn't think about that. They're, type diversity. Oh, and then you have all the... I wonder if poison type in Gen 1 is in the top 5 most common types. Because let's see. You have... It's got... I think normal's probably the most in Generation 1, right? Because you have Rattatas. You have Rattatas, the birds, or like the normal birds. You have Tauros, Chansey, Eevee. Alright, let's try Headbutt real quick. If it crit poisons me, I could be dead. Okay, we're gonna switch. Okay, but you have the Rattatas, so that's 2. You have Pidgeot's line, so that's 5. Then you have Tauros, Chansey, so that's 7. Eevee, 8. Theros, Spearow, 10. Clefairy, Clefable, Wigglytuff, Jigglypuff, right, 14. Is that it? Is that it for normal types? Is there another bird? No. Oh, Meowth, Persian. So that's 16. And then... I think that's it. Yeah, so 16. So that's like a 10th of the Pokedex is normal type. And I'm just like running through one more time in my head. But I think that's all of them. So you have 16. And then you have... Oh, Kangaskhan, 17. I knew I was missing one. I'm pretty sure I'm missing one more. But 17. And the water type's got to be up there as well. Because you have the Blastoise, so that's 3. Seadra, Kingdra, or not Kingdra, not in the game yet. But Horsea, Seadra, so that's 5. Goldeen and its evolution line, 7, and then the Poliwags and up is 10. Tentas, 12. Staryu, Starmie. Yeah, Staryu, Starmie. 14. Slowpoke, Slowbro. 16. Omanyte. Okay, so water's the most. Because it's gonna pass 18. And then for the poison types, you got 9 from the grass poison types alone. In Vileplume line, Venusaur, as well as... When do you evolve? I don't remember. Bellsprout. So that's 9. And then Jesse James Pokemon, which is going to be another 4. So that's 13. Zubat Golbat, 15. Muck Grimer, 17. Is that it? Oh, Tentacruel, 18. And then... I think... Oh, the Nidos. 27. That's almost 50% of the roster. Also, I just realized this is, like, potentially counting for the encounter. Cool, but we didn't find it. Don't use Wrap, please. Alright, we'll just do one of these. And then we'll leave. Okay, so 27. But I actually think that's it. It's 27. Yes. Cause... Oh no, Ghastly Gengar line. So 30. So there is 30% of the roster, or not 30, 20% of the roster is in fact the poison type. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. That's insane. I think that's it too. Like, that's all of them. Poison might be the most populated type in Generation 1 then. Which, I don't think it's the case anymore, but that's insane if that is true. That is insane. I guess, they had to make a bunch of Pokemon just for the villains. But then it makes me think, okay, I missed Farfetch. So 18. Only reason I remembered was because of that guy. Not joking. That guy reminded me. Okay, so let's test it. So Headbutt. Okay, well, that was a useful test. We'll test it on this guy. The Spearow. Is it just 18? I know normal types are water types the most populated now, so probably I should be sticking with the water types. But I don't think they beat the poison types. Because poison just has so many cross ties. Oh, but I didn't get Dugong Seal. Okay. Okay, well now I'm pretty sure the other attack is gonna do more. Yeah, it definitely is. Okay, let's recount water. So we're gonna say 30 for poison. So, with 30 being poison, we have, for water, Squirtle-line, Poliwag-line, the fossils, minus Aerodactyl. So that's 10. Then we have Lapras, which is 11. Then we have Seeking Goldeen, 13. 15, Seal and Dugong. 17, Oyster. 21 with Slowpoke Staryu. Tentacool is 23. Magikarp Gyarados 25. Krabby Kingler 27. Is it 27? Oh, Vaporeon 28. I think that's it. Oh no, don't. Okay, if it hit 5 times, we died there. I think 28, so poison beats it barely. Unless I am forgetting some, which is likely. I would not doubt myself to forget some. But I think that's it. I'm gonna think about it a little bit more before I, like, commit to saying that's it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it, though. I'm, like, going through other people's teams that you find, and I don't think any of them have it. And no. So it's barely, it's gotta be the most populated type then. Or poison has to be. I know flying's kind of high up there. Sure, I'll find you now. Not when the wind's blowing my way. This wouldn't be a bad, like, place just to do Rocky, but we still need Molasses up. But Molasses is getting there. She is definitely getting there. That's crazy. I wonder where it ranks now. I know water type is #1 now because it's really easy to design water types since you have the whole ocean to base inspiration off of. And every region... Ooh, sorry about that. Every region has water in it. Or, well, yeah, every region does have water in it, and it's a whole component of travel is water. So it makes sense that there's be a lot of water Pokemon. And then normal, I know, is also pretty high up there, but that's because normal has a lot of Pokemon that can be that type and are like staples. So you have like your You're early. I think I can actually beat you. Okay, we're switching out. We are switching out. What was I talking about? Dang it, I forgot. Oh. Normal has a lot of your, standard early game route Pokemon, so, like, typically it's gonna be your bird, as well as your Rattata Pokemon, your Rattatas, Furrets, Zigzagoons, things of that nature. The basic Pokemon, and a lot of the early game trainers Pokemons as well. Does that guy have a mustache? Alright, we're gonna go heal up real quick. Cannot wait till Slowbro evolves. Granted, I might wait just so I can teach it. Because I think it learns Psychic at 39 by, like, naturally. Otherwise, I have to wait till way later in order to get it. So I might wait until that later point. In order to teach it Psychic. And I know I could just get through with the TM, but it learns it naturally. Plus, I need to grind it up anyways. Granted, we are getting close to the point where I'd be okay with trying the, Well, I could do Cycling Road instead of this. All the Poison-type Pokemon. I mean, I guess I have Poison Pokemon here, too, though. And I think these ones are a wee bit lower level. But I'm not sure. We do use Psychic move on you. Because you have a bit higher defense and you're a defensive Pokemon. Whew, we're getting places. Molasses has come a long way in just this session alone, and we got her almost like 10 levels or something like that since we started. Like, we're getting there. Man, I swear, every time they use it, the first one misses, but then the ones after that don't miss. But the sad thing is he has multiple Pokemon. And I don't really want to switch out. We're already -1 accuracy, which is annoying. And we got critical hit poisoned. Fair. That's fair, I guess. Alright, we're gonna try it one more time. Come on, hit through the smoke. Come on, Molasses. You take your time for a reason. Let's go. This way, Molasses gets that EXP. That sweet, sweet EXP. And she'll level up after this fight. Beautiful. Well, not the poison, but... Then we switch on over to Rocky, because Rocky should be immune to just about everything that they do. Free. The freest of matchups. You know, I always think that Poison and Electric Pokemon have effects, or not effects for, Poison points and Static, respectively, because of how much Emerald I played and how much my Pokemon would get paralyzed or poisoned just from attacking. As I mentioned in one of the previous broadcasts, I always thought that the coolest looking moves were the ones that did the most damage, which wasn't like flawed logic, but it's not always the optimal way to play your game. I used a Blaziken that pretty much had no fire moves, and no fire moves meant only physical fighting moves is what I was using. And so you would hit things with Static, Poison Point a lot. Like, a lot. And it was frustrating. Okay, we got lots of trainers down up here. Should come from the top. I will do that next time. I thought that that was an item, like that lamppost. Come on, fight me. I must train my molasses. I like that these guys are just on, like, these sick motorcycles. You're just on this dinky little bike. So, here's the question. Do I think I just switch over to Rocky. Because while I think she could handle it, I'm more worried about a boom than anything else. Yeah, that's fine. Like a self-destruct, which it might not even learn, is kind of devastating. I mean, we lost fortune because of that. Exact reason. Yeah, let's Thunder Wave, because I'm going to try and switch in Molasses to get that EXP. And Rocky will train in the water. Alright, now we switch you in. Dang it. I don't remember. Like, I don't have it, obviously, but does Stomp still increase the damage you do to minimize Pokemon in this game? I think that it is in this game. Oh my gosh, that does no damage. Let's try this. Okay, I think that does slightly more, and it has the chance for confusion. Man, these Muck movesets are really aggravating. Alright, busted. Confusion would be nice. Although not moving for like 3 or 4 turns in a row is pretty good. And not missing it. We'll take that, RNG. We'll take it. I appreciate your generosity, game. I don't think Slowpoke evolves till 36. Unfortunately. What was this? Is it just a little note thing? I don't remember this third path being here, I'm gonna be honest. All Pokemon are unique. Sure. Sure. But case in point, I guess the rock ground types are, like, slightly different with their movesets. But then you also have things like Chien-Pao, which is literally just better Weavile, like Weavile on steroids. Sludge. That does a lot of damage. I forget Sludge, like, isn't abhorrent in this game. But it's fine. We have Rocky. Rocky is our metal. He is our rock. The foundation. He helps hold the team together by being immune to all these poison Pokemon, which, as we somewhat learned, is one of the highest, if not the highest, represented type in this game, which is absurd to me. Absolutely absurd. I don't even think that they can do very much to him. I wonder if that's... Well, I guess this game wasn't designed with the Steel type in mind. You think that's why they partially why they gave Steel the immunity to Poison? Is because of how many Poison Pokemon in Gen 1 were, and people got upset about how often they got poisoned. Like, that might be a little far-fetched, but I don't know, Steel seems like such a random type, especially to be resistant to Psychic, because one of the great examples of Psychic abilities is bending a spoon, which is made of metal, right? So it's just kind of awkward having the Psychic types struggle with it, considering literally in this game we have Alakazam, or yeah, Alakazam has the spoons. Kadabra, I think, has one spoon. Or does it even have a spoon? Alakazam has the spoons. Alakazam with the spoon is what I'm getting at. It's literally holding metal. And it is not very good against it. Like, how does that work? They honestly should have a move that's, like, better against, like, Twisted Metal or something like that. Could be the name of the move or something. Or Mind Over Metal. Any of these things. Just to be like, yeah, it's stronger than, we're not learning Lock On. It is stronger than... I, like, want to switch in Molasses. And I probably will after I T-Wave and Supersonic. I'm just worried it has self-destruct. Like, I genuinely am afraid of that. I don't think it does. But I would really like to not just die to self-destruct. Okay, let's switch you in. Don't have boom. Hit yourself. Just as fine. Alright, and now we switch back to you. Alright, do you have boom? I don't think it has boom. Because if it had boom, I feel like we would have seen it. I guess we don't see what it does when it's paralyzed, though. Yeah, that's fine. That is fine. Come on, baby. Come on. Just one more hit. Maybe we'll do Sonic Boom. I'll show you how to boom. Like this. Giving him inspiration for the future. Alright, but that was like a pretty good grinding session. We got Molasses much higher up there. We still need a little bit more to go. Ideally, I stop when Molasses can actually take care of herself. But I don't think that happens until Molasses gains Psychic, unfortunately. Is the sad truth of it. She just doesn't have the base stats to keep up with these evolved Pokemon. Like, we were doing peanuts to Bucket and Weezings, which, yes, they're bulky. But she also wasn't doing very much. Like, she was taking a lot of damage. Alright, so we're going to save here. I appreciate you guys for stopping by. I know it wasn't exactly what we were planning. We will get back to that probably next week, because I do have work these next couple of days. So that's when we'll get back on that grind. And then if you want to watch the live streams, I typically try to stream around 5 o'clock Central Time. Sometimes it's a little bit different if I'm working or not working. But 5 to 6 o'clock is usually when I'm trying to do this. So I stream the Sir Lord on Twitch with a little coughing. And I also put the VODs on YouTube just in case you see this on Twitch. But on YouTube, it's under the Game Breakers, and it has like a picture of the Magikarp salesman from the anime. So, yeah. I appreciate anyone stopping by, and you guys have a wonderfully busted day. Good night.